Welcome to a super duper exciting edition of Inside Media Weekly. I'm Ryan Boni. I'm joined yet again by Kevin Bastos.
Oh, you're
He's
always
here.
giving me yet again. I'm putting up something for me to watch later.
He's prepping for the post show already.
I am prepping. Sorry. Gotta watch this. Sorry. I'm here. Hello.
And Justin Pinto is here as well. Facial hair and all.
back.
He's
Yeesh.
continues to yeesh.
For a part.
Let me make fun of it during the show.
It's for a role.
That is terrible.
Oh, nice.
The
Yeah.
role is bad facial hair man.
Wow.
I know.
It's terrible. I mean, I've tried growing a beard, and mine is pretty bad. Mine is not as awful as yours.
Well, I can't grow a full beard. It's my lot in life to just.
I don't know. Maybe one of those guys that doesn't shave like forever.
It would
I don't know.
That'd be really bad.
I think you might be divorced.
The chances go up.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I've gotcha.
Hey, look, it's the Sea Otters. Sort of.
There's one. It came in. Look at that. Right. When you called
Actually,
it.
one just had jumped in the water
look
and
at
come back
that.
out. Very exciting. I'm not sure what the one's doing up top there.
They're rolling around in the rocks.
That one looks a little injured or something.
I think he's
How
just
often do
scratching.
we really know what sea otters do? You know.
Yeah, we're
Or
not.
otters. Do you see otters?
Despite all the time we spend with the sea otters, we're not really experts in
We should be.
sea otters yet.
We had a few other things before the Sea
Inside
Otters,
Sea
right?
Otters Weekly.
We had a few other things before.
Yes, and I was trying to remember one day. Well, we went through
We
a
had the
few
giraffe.
cameras in a row. Well, April the giraffe we were waiting for. We never did the eagles, right?
I don't think so.
There was one thing we did for like one episode.
Yeah.
And then
That
it got
was great.
canned, and it was done.
Immediately. It
Yes.
was like,
Someone watch this. We better turn this off.
yep. It's great.
Speaking of great,
Oh,
I did
Well,
not get a
actually-
rundown. Did we get a rundown?
we did not get a rundown.
did
I
I
got
not
an
send
email
it?
about it.
No, we said email was
No.
like, let me know if you can't be there. Okay. I was like,
The Skywalker is no longer rising. 1917 expanded to wide release.
It wasn't his third week of release. It was number one for 3 weeks.
okay. All right.
Not many movies can say
Not
they were
anymore.
number one for 3 weeks in a row anymore.
Like a Boss opened at number 4.
37 million
Very
for
not
1917.
like a boss of that movie.
I don't think
Like a
Avengers
Boss?
Endgame was number one for 3 weeks.
Unlike a Boss.
Yes. Jumanji number 3, right?
Yes.
Jumanji holds the number 3 spot. Yeah, 14 million.
You see, the Rise of Skywalker's getting all this bad, and it's not making any money. It's Disney. It's like the 39th biggest movie of all time already.
Well, people are dumping on
There
it.
was an article I read. It was the first $1 billion
Oh, yeah.
disappointment.
I saw that.
Yeah, it made $1 billion.
The problem is, obviously, when you compare it to other Star Wars movies.
But the same thing
There's-
happened
there's
every
issues.
single one.
Yep.
Number one makes the most. The second makes less. The third one makes even like Return of the Jedi made less than Empire and Star
No.
Wars. Right?
Return of the Jedi made more than Empire.
Did it?
As it should have.
Wrong. Wrong.
I don't. Yeah.
Well, wasn't that
Wrong.
That was. I feel like Return of the Jedi was about the time that movie ticket prices went through this huge
I don't.
increase when we were.
Well, we could go year by year on
Went
Box
from
Office
it went
Mojo.
from like $2. where we saw-
Back in my day, I don't know
Wars,
what
yeah.
it was. I know Return of the Jedi made more money than Empire did.
We'll have to get into the list.
Look at it.
I'm
Check
not
it
saying
out.
right this minute. I'm just saying.
Check it
Are we're talking dollars of that year, right? Not.
We're not.
I don't know. I'm talking. I
How
believe
would-
it made more.
I would not. I believe you
Inside
could be
Media,
correct.
1980.
Well, I know Phantom Menace made a boatload of cash.
Yes.
And then people quickly realized,
This movie is kind of terrible.
well, I don't really want to see the second one.
Yeah. They made a good move.
I'm watching the Clone Wars cartoon.
Oh, how is it?
It's kind of, it's okay. They say it gets. My friend told me it gets better. They're only half an hour.
No.
So I can deal with it.
Like I watched the Clone Wars that were like 5 minutes.
Oh, those Clone Wars from the Cartoon Network were awesome.
yeah.
This is the Disney Clone Wars.
Oh, I
that's
own
like,
them. I've not watched
that
them,
goes
but I
on.
own them.
Disney Plus days are all there now.
I
But
don't
I'm
need to buy
trying
it
to find out.
because I already own them.
I'm trying to find out about that. Well, you didn't see The Mandalorian.
No.
And you haven't seen The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. The
Whole thing?
first- Almost.
Okay. Well, there's something that happens, and I asked my friend who
6 or 7 episodes.
knows, watches way more than I do. I go, tell me about this thing that happened. He goes, oh, that's a lot. I can't explain it. You're gonna have to watch Clone Wars. I'm like, all right, I'll start watching Clone Wars.
I don't think even if I watched it, I would be that into it.
It's interesting right now. Like he says, the first season is like a little. It seems a little juvenile at times.
Yeah.
But he says it gets better as it goes on because Darth Maul comes back.
and it's
and that's
like
like a pretty
7
big-
seasons, right?
It's 121 episodes.
Good gravy. 60 hours. I don't think I have 60 hours to
I do,
devote to
30
television.
minutes a night. It's like a trek a day, except I'm not tweeting about it, and I don't necessarily watch one a day.
Okay.
Do you know what the lowest grossing of the 9 Star Wars movies would be?
We're not counting the other ones, Solo and stuff, because Solo's the lowest.
Solo's the lowest. Well, Star Wars Clone Wars is the lowest.
Yes.
35 million.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
a
Solo's
I
213.
saw that.
So did I. I
Zero
saw it
the Hutt.
that came out when it came out in the theater.
Yes.
My daughter.
But domestic
So we're
box
saying no.
office.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, $290 million. Return of the Jedi was 309.
Yeah. Told you.
Then Attack of the Clones,
Told you.
310.
Attack of the Clones made more money than Return of the Jedi.
Revenge of the Sith is 380. New Hope was 460, although it had, about 18 re-releases,
Yes.
I think. So there was.
It even had re-releases. Like, it was pretty much out all the time through Empire.
And then Phantom Menace,
Came back in '97 again. Special edition.
474.
Oh.
And then Rise of Skywalker right now is at,
It's getting close to 500.
it's 479. And then Rogue One was 532. Last Jedi was
620.
620, and Force Awakens is 936.
I was just looking at the list.
Oh, okay.
I was scanning for Star Wars movies of the all-time grossing movies.
Scared me.
That was impressive.
There's, I believe, from the all-time list, there are less movies that have made $500 million, like between $5 and $5.99, than $600 million. Yeah, I found that interesting.
Speaking of interesting, I just thought I'd throw this out.
Yes.
A Disneyland guest literally pulled the sword Excalibur from the stone.
What? Seems like big news.
So apparently people I guess like to pull on the sword while they're waiting in line, and somebody broke the hilt off of it. So they closed the little exhibit down. They're cleaning it up. They're fixing it back up. But so I'm guessing this person is now king, right? Isn't that the if you pull the sword
Not
from
if
the
you
stone?
break the stone.
Okay.
Not if you break it.
Just,
Yeah. When we were at Disney World, my daughter, again, they do that
She
crazy
pulled the
thing.
stone or sword from the stone.
They did a little, display. Like they pulled out a bunch of big dads and super people, and then they pulled, a tiny little
And the kid pulled it
munchkin. Yeah, Sarah, she was like 7 at the time. Pulled it, and of course, it just pulled up and then stopped because it's on some kind of a lever pulley thing,
Right.
and they gave her stuff. And
Well,
it was fun.
You don't want the little kids swinging the sword around either.
No, they're kind of against
Seems
that.
like a liability, I would think.
This is the second most important story of the week.
That's because we're talking about it a second?
Yes.
Well, so I've got bad news for you. The Razzies. So typically, the Razzies announcements come out the day before the Oscar announcements, and then the Razzies themselves get announced the day before the Oscars. Well, the Oscars bumped their calendar up ahead, and now Razzies are like, we're not ready yet. So there's no Razzie nominations.
A lot of turds to watch. We're talking about the lack of Razzie nominations
Come on.
for the Oscar nominations.
Let's already
Just
make the
saying.
prediction. How many nominations does Cats get for the
I would say
Razzies?
all of them.
In every category?
category.
All of them.
They're going to have, I'm sure, cat-specific
You
categories.
might need to make new categories just for that film. Yes.
Ooh, Cass, I forgot that movie existed there for that past week.
So did NBC Universal. They really wanted to.
And good news, too, for people who are interested about the Razzies. They're going to televise it the first time. This is the 40th year of the Razzies.
Oh.
And it's going to be on
Never been on streaming or anything?
the Comedy Dynamics Network.
I feel like more people watch it.
Which
because
I
stream live to
Yes.
YouTube.
I looked up, and it's like I guess in essence, a streaming service. Apparently it's on Roku and other places. I guess it's not
Is
on.
it free?
I don't know.
Or do you have to pay for it?
You probably have to pay for it.
We'll have to find out.
How many people are paying for that?
12. As a part of a bundle through Roku or some other craptastic thing.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way.
Oh, Oscars.
Oscar nominations came out. So let's discuss.
Joker, big winner, right?
Most
Let's
nominations.
discuss.
Will it win? He'll win some stuff.
He will. He will. I can't imagine anybody else is going to win.
All right, Best Picture. I still think the whole up to 10 is a little outrageous, but
Yes.
so we got.
Do we think Parasite has a chance here?
I don't know. I mean,
I'd say no.
It's getting some.
I understand.
I feel like it's the
Bigger than Joker, bigger than 1917.
I feel like it's like the Get Out of this year.
Bigger
where
than
it's-
Little Women, bigger than...
Is Little Women nominated for Best Picture?
Yes. I mean, you could do Netflix on, what, Marriage Story or Once Upon a... or Irishman.
So we got Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Irishman, Ford versus Ferrari.
By the way, all the way. 10.
Jojo
all 10.
Rabbit, Little Women, Marriage Story, and Parasite.
I don't like 9 other chances. I think 9 are going to be losers.
Well, there's
Yeah.
only 9, right? Is there 10?
10, I think.
I don't know.
I think there was.
I didn't count.
There was 9. Let's
9.
count
My
while
apologies, 9.
we're on
9.
the air.
8 losers.
Okay.
Because they couldn't come up with that 10th movie. It'd be possible.
I would guess a couple of them on there are a little bit of stretchy.
So you have an early favorite? Is this going to be Joker's year?
1917. Joker.
1917 seems like it's really taken off with some buzz.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I'd put Chance outside. Anything else, somebody's greasing the wheels of somebody.
Well, Irishman, you know.
Scorsese is
I
not
think
nominated
it's-
for Best Director.
Yeah, and I think it's
But
on
he's,
the down.
he's upset all the Marvel, Disney people that are going to be voting for him.
Wow.
So.
Upset all the money.
You know.
So, I forgot what year we were in because I saw Best Actor was Antonio Banderas, Leonardo DiCaprio, and then, of course, Joaquin Phoenix. And then we have Adam Driver and Jonathan Pryce.
Jonathan Pryce is a little more young, apparently.
Well, not young, but I meant
Newcomer.
newer
Newcomers.
to...
Only been around, 30 years
Well,
now?
well, you're right. Fair enough.
Okay. Joker.
We're going
Joaquin
Joker?
Phoenix, yes.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yes.
I mean, I hope it wins something.
I would say Leonardo DiCaprio would be your second choice, and Adam Driver's a slight chance. That's it.
No Jonathan Pryce?
No.
You don't like his odds?
No.
I don't even know what he's in.
2 Popes.
Okay.
Did you ever seen the advertisements for it?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
I've been watching award shows.
Because it's like Anthony Hopkins and
Right.
the other guy.
Yes.
Who
And,
happens to be
and
up
Anthony
for-
Hopkins has won like 15
Who
things
happens to be
already.
up
This,
for
can
Best
we talk about the real
Actor.
news? Did Meryl Streep did not get nominated this year, did she?
What? Was she in it?
Well, as we get to Best Actress, there's no Meryl Streep there. What was she in this year? Was she
I don't
even
know.
in-
That's why I said, was she in
Was she in
anything?
Little Women? How could she not be in the Little Women remake? It's Meryl Streep. Wait, well, we need somebody to play Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
I have no idea what she's.
Well, I'm looking at it. Wow. Outside, Marriage Story. Okay. Okay.
Is this the one that has Margot Robbie, or is she in the Best Supporting?
She is an actress, but she's not a best actress.
Supporting.
I think so.
She,
Yes.
well, because she was up for 2 at the Golden Globe. She was like nominated for both roles, I think. And then somebody said, I was reading something that said that they thought the other role that she did was better than this role that she got nominated for.
So Meryl Streep was in Laundromat and is Aunt March in Little Women.
See,
There you go.
So she's in the trailer for it.
it's not a nomination.
I don't know.
Shocking.
I don't know.
I mean, she was
This
nominated for
surprised
everything.
me that Tom Hanks got a nomination for
Best
Best
Supporting
Supporting Actor.
And then there's Anthony
Did you see that
Hopkins.
movie?
No,
Me neither.
I want to.
No, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
So we have 5. Well, Pesci's not perennial, but I was going to say you've got your
won
perennial
30 years ago.
Tom Hanks, Anthony
did.
Hopkins, Pacino,
For supporting, right?
I believe so.
Pesci, and Brad Pitt.
I watched his acceptance speech because somebody put it on Twitter. Said this is the greatest acceptance speech ever.
Was it?
So he came up and he goes, "I'm honored to be included. Thank you," and left or something. Like it was like his speech was like literally like 8 words. He didn't thank any. He just thanked everybody. He said, "Thank you." Out the door.
Nice. That is pretty good.
And then supporting, there's your.
I think the Brando winner for Best Actor is the greatest one ever.
I don't know.
Oh, he didn't even show up.
Oh, there's
There
been a
you
couple
go.
times that
He
happened.
sent a Native American woman to speak against the treatment of natives in the United States or some such thing.
Wow.
It was a kooky. I mean, he was eccentric and crazy, but that was really nutty.
There was another year somebody won that. Paul Newman won, I believe, and was not there. 1 year.
Yeah, he refused to attend.
I don't remember.
It
what
wasn't
Paul
like,
Newman
I'm
was
busy
there.
doing something. He was like, nope,
Well, fair enough.
to all with you. I'm not coming.
That's gonna be my next. The next time I can't actually make it for other reasons, I'm just gonna respond like that.
Hire someone to show up for you.
Inside Media Weekly.
Speak on
Someone
behalf-
random is gonna be sitting here.
Yeah, on behalf of the treatment of some group in some area.
right.
Okay.
Or just a random person that
Yeah.
I find.
I think
Can
he-
you go
yeah.
in there real quick?
He was one of your first eccentric crazy. He wasn't in The Godfather 2. They got everyone else to be back in the movie again, including the people who died. And that last scene, that pretend birthday party for him, with him in the other room, that's what they wrote because he wouldn't be in it.
I don't think I noticed that Scarlett Johansson is Best Actress for Marriage Story and Best Supporting Actress for Jojo Rabbit. So do you think she can pull
No.
out the double sweep?
No.
It's going to be Kathy Bates, right?
Kathy Bates won already.
I know, but she's...
I did watch a great exchange between Adam Sandler was not nominated, and they thought he might get nominated.
Oh, right.
And he said something about he made a
Uncut
response.
Gems.
Yeah, and he said something, and he was talking to her because she was his mom in Waterboy. They were like talking to each other on Twitter back and forth in character.
Nice.
That is funny.
It was pretty. I was laughing. Yes.
That's a movie I'd like to see.
Uncut Gems.
Yes.
I had no idea what it was about, and then I started like reading about it and watching it, and I'm like, this seems like not at all what I thought the movie was about.
No, I want to go see it.
So, and he's supposed to be really good in it.
It's, I don't know. We'll see.
It's different.
I'm looking at directors. I haven't even looked at these.
So, best director, of course, there was a big mention that there were no women yet again nominated for director. There's only been 5 ever. And of course, Catherine Bigelow is the only woman ever to win.
And that movie is not excellent.
Hurt Locker. Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. But
It won
it's
Best
fine.
Picture, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Did it win Best Picture?
I thought so.
Or did it?
I think it was the only movie to release in January that won. I think it might be the lowest earning Best Picture ever. Like it was like 17 million.
Something.
Yeah, it did win Best Picture. You're right. I couldn't remember what was it up against in. Was that 2010?
That must have been a rough year. There are years when I think there's more than enough films to win, but
No, somebody's got to win.
I know. I was looking through an article that talked about the worst Best Picture winners. That was fascinating again.
Was it your list?
Last Emperor. Yeah. Did you ever watch that movie?
That's a double VHS tape, isn't it?
Oh, it might be 3. That movie's long and terrible. Gandhi. What else did it mention in the list? Crash, which I like actually. Shape of Water was
I was
one.
gonna say, what about the
Yes, The Shape of Water.
Piano.
It did mention the piano. What was the other one? The one black and white silent film from like 10 years ago.
Silent film.
Yes. There was no talking in it. It was until like the very last moment of the movie. Yeah, again, it's like released in the last 10 years, and I'm saying this, and everyone's like, that was a movie? It was released?
By the way, Hurt Locker beats. That was the year that there was Avatar, The Blind Side, District 9, An Education, and Glorious Bastards, Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire, A Serious Man, Up, and Up in the Air.
I gotta say, there's like 4 films on that list that I like more than The Hurt Locker.
I'd say Up is
But none of them were Runaway.
Up is definitely. Up is spectacular.
Yeah.
But what else was on that list?
Avatar,
Avatar I don't like better.
Blind Side, District 9,
District 9 I like better. That's a great film.
An Education, Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards is better.
Precious.
Precious is better.
A Serious Man.
Don't know.
That's one of the Joel and Ethan Coen films. And then Up in the Air was
Don't
okay.
remember.
So,
Up's a spectacular movie.
Up is a really good movie.
Even the first 9 minutes, that could be its own movie in itself.
so Best Director, we've got Todd Phillips,
Joker.
Bong Joon-ho, Parasite, Sam Mendes, 1917, Martin Scorsese.
Did he get
and
nominated?
Quentin Tarantino.
I thought Scorsese didn't get nominated. I believe you. I just thought he didn't.
I'm going to go on a limb and say Quentin Tarantino.
Wow. Okay.
Well, he's coming out. He's running out of movies,
I know.
so they're gonna have like, guys, it's really good, and he's not gonna do many
What
more.
did they
Do
say?
we have to give him one?
He said, I didn't read the article. I make the mistake of reading
I think
headlines. He
Todd
said,
Phillips should win,
but didn't Tarantino says Jackie Brown doesn't count in his 10 for some reason?
I don't know.
I didn't. I saw.
have you watched that movie?
No, that's probably one of the few Tarantinos I've not seen.
There's only like 9 or 10.
There's no- I'm
depending on
saying
you count.
you have-
I mean,
We have only so many. And then adapted screenplay, original screenplay. So adapted, we got The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Two Popes, and Just
why
Mercy.
is the Joker considered adapted? Like, because it's got source material. Like,
I don't know.
He was written in a comic book at one point.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it was based on something.
I mean,
I honestly don't know.
yeah,
What?
I don't feel like it was.
I don't think it was, but I don't know.
I think the Joker will win best score.
That's okay.
It won the Golden Globe.
I don't know.
And then as I was watching, I thought to myself, that music in that movie was really good, like the way it all fit together. So,
I don't know.
And then original screenplay, we've got Knives Out, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Seem to have a recurring theme. I think.
Yes.
I feel like there's about the same 5 movies or so keep showing up. Although this is Knives Out, of course, Rian Johnson coming off of The Last Jedi. lots of good buzz about Knives Out, although I don't think, was it up for anything else?
Nothing. This is the first time it's been up there.
So.
We're going to talk about the animated feature controversy.
Animated feature. What do you got? What kind of controversy you got?
No Frozen 2?
Well, but didn't Missing Link won the Golden Globe?
Yes.
And didn't people say Frozen 2 wasn't real great?
I heard it was very good.
I heard it was not as good as Frozen.
No, I heard it was not as good as Frozen, but still very good.
Almost every person I've talked to who's seen it said, it was okay.
No.
No, I'm talking.
Heard the music was spectacular.
I heard it was a
But
lot
what is this,
of
Klaus?
music.
And How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World?
Well, that's
Which
the
one are
last
we up to?
I understand.
How many How to Train Your Dragon?
3 or 4. I don't know.
And there's a TV show.
Oh, yes. And a Christmas special.
And which
I did
one?
not know
Which
that.
one was I Lost My Body? Do you recall that?
I don't know.
I didn't see
But
it.
no
Netflix.
Frozen 2.
It's a Netflix animation.
Boy, Netflix. Crikey.
Was it in the theater?
Animated drama fantasy film.
I'm sure it was out for a week.
Animated
somewhere.
drama
It's
fantasy film.
in
But
France.
then, How to Train Your Dragon, Hidden World, I Lost My Body, and Klaus beat out Frozen 2.
Well, we haven't seen them. Maybe they're better films.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying. The amount of Disney machine didn't beat the others.
Sometimes
And
people go anti-Disney machine.
I know. Toy Story 4, meh, it's okay. Fine. Nothing underwhelming.
Well, so you keep making movies.
I know. I'm shallow.
Best cinematography. Hey, look, it's 1917, The Irishman, Joker. The Lighthouse.
Once
and
Upon a
Once
Time
Upon a
in
Time.
The
Hollywood
Lighthouse.
again.
Has anyone heard about The Lighthouse?
Like in general?
Yes.
The movie?
Yes.
Or just like the actual physical structures that exist?
I'm more speaking of the film.
I have no idea what it is. I'm imagining, though, it involves a lighthouse.
You should look up the synopsis of this. It is not something I can discuss on this show.
It says a psychological horror film. Shot in black and white. Mm-hmm. With a 1.19 to 1 aspect ratio.
Boy, that's more specific information than I
The
was going
film stars
into.
William Dafoe and Robert
careful.
Pattinson.
He says, be careful. We'll read about it
As
later.
2 lighthouse keepers who start to lose their sanity when a storm strands them on a remote island where they're stationed. And I'm going to stop there.
Good. 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 Is there more details in there that are
Well,
like,
there's the
what?
whole plot. This is on Wikipedia.
Oh,
So
okay.
The whole, the whole movie.
Okay. Now Boni's looking
I
it
see,
up.
I see innards. I see pecking.
Nope.
Gulls pecking
No.
his innards.
No.
I think that's
no,
okay.
I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was like, I watched this, and here's what happened. And I thought, wow.
She saw the movie.
Yes. She went to the theater to see it.
Now it's in black and white, and it's in 119 to 1 aspect ratio.
119?
119.
That's
So
like a square.
right.
I was going to say, this is like,
It is.
we're going full screen.
For all.
Widescreen's out. We're going back to full screen.
Yep.
110 minutes.
Because one point, like, there was
Actually,
one
build
that's-
the theaters higher so they can accommodate.
So anytime you do a little something out of the ordinary, I would think cinematography might be a...
This is weird.
Okay.
This is weird.
So you think unusual...
Like, even when the cameras go off, I'm not going to mention what it is.
Okay.
I have.
So we're
no-
thinking... I think the Lighthouse is going to sneak this one
No.
out. Okay.
No.
Best production design. Hey, look, it's 1917, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite.
Oh, boy. Deep sigh.
Best costume design. Joker.
Same.
Apparently
Women.
it's Jojo
Same.
Rabbit in this one.
Oh, Jojo Robot.
It's in the movie.
Little Women comes in, finally. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Makeup and
Melissa
hairstyling.
Bombshell.
You got
Oh. Maleficent. Masters of Evil. Okay.
And Joker, Judy, 1917. And finally,
Best original
original
score,
score.
Rise of
We finally
Skywalker.
get Rise of Skywalker. This is going to be the John Williams. Could this be the John Williams entire lifetime?
Has he ever won an Oscar? He had to have.
Yeah.
right?
But obviously, this is supposedly
Right.
his last.
My 7th grade daughter's middle school class introduced them to John Williams, and specifically a whole bunch of music, including Jaws,
Nice.
and she said she'd go home and watch Jaws. So my 12-year-old got obsessed with finding Jaws. We recorded it on television, like just some airing.
yeah.
She watched it like 15 times in the month of December. So we bought it for her for Christmas on a Blu-ray. She's watched it like 30 times now. She's obsessed with
Jaws.
Jaws and Jaws 2.
What about Jaws 3?
No, she hates that. That movie's terrible. Have you watched that lately?
No.
It's worse than you remember. Worse.
I don't think I've ever watched it because everyone says about it. Is why I'm going to watch it.
I think Jaws 3 was the first one I watched.
And well, I mean, I guess if you had
HBO. HBO.
This is John Williams' 52nd Oscar nomination.
Wow.
He won
That's a big number.
Fiddler on the Roof, Best Original Song Score in 1972, Jaws in 1976, the first Star Wars in 1978, E.T. in 1983, and Schindler's List in 1994.
Oh, okay.
All wins.
Only 5 wins out of 52? 5 of 52?
10%.
Wow.
A little under.
Yeah, he was nominated twice in 70,
Twice. He split
twice
the vote.
in 73.
Split the vote.
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry. One was Best Original Musical. One was Best Original Music Score.
I don't know. That's not a good winning percentage.
Better than
Yes,
everyone.
better than 0. Better than 0. Best Original Song. What you got there, Boni?
And you gotta love Randy Newman. Just every so often pops up.
Oh, yeah.
He just
Yeah, Randy Newman. Sure. He won once, right?
He won for Toy Story, right?
Yeah.
for the.
Might have been Toy Story 3.
Oh, look.
Oh, really?
Into the Unknown. We have a nomination for song. And based upon somebody whose daughter got like a little carry-on thing with a microphone that you sing into that has that song on it, I would not vote for it.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if I've ever heard the whole song, but
Have we talked about how Robert Lopez is one of the few EGOT winners?
who's Robert Lopez?
Writer of Into the Unknown.
He's got everything?
Yeah. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. He won his Emmy Wonder Pets.
Really? That's fantastic.
Yep. I think that's awesome. Wonder Pets, where he won his Emmy. Oscar for song, I don't remember which song it was. But Tony for, Avenue Q. But Emmy was for Wonder Pets.
Wonder Pets. We're almost out of time. Really quickly go. Film editing. It used to be film editing and Best Picture aligned year after year after year, and that's since doesn't really happen.
He used to be director of Best Picture also.
Yeah.
Was never split.
There are a couple.
We got
more recent, yeah.
Guess what? Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit,
Yes.
Joker, Parasite. Sound editing. 1917, Ford versus Ferrari, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Finally, Ad Astra gets in.
Sound mixing.
Sound mixing.
I always find it interesting that we have sound editing and sound mixing as two different awards.
Yeah, that's a little too deep for me.
What's the difference?
Relax. I don't think anyone knows. Especially not the people voting.
Real quick news just came out today.
What?
Billie Eilish is going to be doing the theme song for No Time to Die.
Who is?
Billie Eilish.
The last James Bond of the Daniel Craig era.
Until the Brinks truck shows up.
Yeah. Well, I keep saying, Sean Connery,
And-
send it to his house today.
This week, okay, who's going to win the showdown? Doolittle
Oh, gosh.
versus Bad Boys for Life.
1917.
AKA
One has been
Bad Boys.
remade too many times, and one is like just 20 years again too late.
I think they're both that.
Like
I think both of them are that.
Bad Boys 2 took forever to come out, but you still had some buzz. But then it was like a bad movie. And now it's like fast forward like to 2020, it's like, we're doing this again?
I saw a Will Smith interview. It was pretty funny. He said something along the lines of, I know sometimes I tell you, you got to see this, and you really don't got to see this. But this time, you really got to see it.
I saw an interview of him. He said that the one role that got away that he was mad about, he was offered Neo in the Matrix.
I heard that.
And Val Kilmer was going to be Morpheus.
That's crazy. We're going to have to check in next week to find out who wins the Doolittle Bad Boys for Life versus 1917 on the next edition of Inside Media Weekly. Thanks for joining us.
Doolittle.